Every so often on my YouTube channel, somebody will ask me, have you tested, this vacuum or that vacuum or whatever their favorite vacuum is? And I go, no, most of the time, because I think I've only tested about 100 vacuums. So there's tens of thousands of vacuums throughout the years, I would imagine. And once in a while, somebody will say, hey, I'd like to send you one. Okay, so here this is coming from Joel, aka the Vacuum Nerd. That's the name of his YouTube channel. So I'll have a link down in the description. Please go visit his channel. He mentioned something about building his subscriber base and getting more active. So please help him out because he's certainly helped out my channel with donating this, it's so long, Bissell MultiClean Allergen Liftoff Pet, model 2998. So it does a lot and it's got a big name. So I've already taken out of the box. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was wrapped fairly well. The box didn't come damaged. Yay! I've gotten a lot of packages here over the last week, and a lot of packages from various different carriers have come more than scratch and dent. So this one came perfect. So let's take a look and see what we have. Starting on my left, your right, we have the power nozzle. And it's big. The bristle portion of it is 11 inches wide. And if you notice, it's got a rubber strip down here, and that will help with scattering on bare floors. Now, unfortunately, on carpets, depending on how thick they are, how dense they are, how tall they are, this could actually interfere with the pushability, so to speak. So sometimes I recommend actually just removing this, and I can see right now that this would be easily removable if you primarily use this on carpets. If you're a combination person, carpet and bare floor, maybe leave it on. If you're going to be mostly bare floor, low pile carpets, possibly also leave it on, but it's going to be your choice once you figure out how easy it is to actually push this. Okay, so here is the main base unit here, and let's see, we got a suction relief valve right there. Already mentioned the manufacturer sticker. Now you have, if you look closely, a power switch and the brush roll on off. So, all right, you would kind of expect that. You also have a lift off red button back here. And in the front, let me make a little room here. You have your post motor filter. And this is supposed to be a fully sealed system. So let's take a look at the quality of that. So it says just literally pull forward, but I bet you have to, yeah, see, pulling forward doesn't do anything. You have to push down and then pull forward, and then the cover rocks out. And let's take a look at the, now this HEPA filter right here, I notice has something you have to squeeze. There you go, to pull it out, because it does indeed kind of click in. And now that I'm looking at it, I see that, oh good, it's got a rubber seal all the way around. It is not a plastic on plastic contact. And that's what you want if you want a fully sealed system, because if it's plastic on plastic, you know it's going to leak. And we will test that. So if you're new to my channel, I actually have a particle meter and know how to use it. So stay tuned for those tests. It'll be in the airflow and suction box tests. And after perusing the manual, Bissell claims that this post-motor filter is indeed not washable. They do not recommend that you get it wet. You can tap it out, you can blow it out, vacuum it off, but they don't actually recommend washing it. Okay, so that's great. That's nice to know. Let's see. We have the PET Turbo Eraser. Got to hold it that way. And this does not, the front of the nozzle doesn't angle or anything like that. There's no adjustments here. If you want to take this apart, you twist this ring. There we go, until it clicks this way. This notch shows, it'll cut out. And then you lift up there, and you can get the top off. And now you can get to this to either lubricate it, pull the hair out, or have the turbine actually fall out. That's just fine. Yeehaw. Hey, we do this live, right? And then you can put it all back together again. So let's see, which way does that go? Okay, so it goes back in like that. And you want to put it back together. It's got this little piece right here you have to hook into the bottom first. There we go. It sits, and then you twist the ring back again the other way, and that clicks. Okay, good. That's wonderful. You know what? How about we go and put this on the main body? I'm going to guess it goes there. So let's see how that is. You have a combination dusting brush and crevice tool. It's got a little button here you can push to move this back and forth, or take it completely off. And the bristles are, that's fairly stiff. That is definitely on the stiff side. So this isn't going to be some kind of gentle agitation. Of course, don't use it on plastics, TVs, that kind of thing. Anything you would consider to be delicate. And I'm going to guess that this combination tool fits in there like that. You have a wand, and this is non-adjustable, but obviously it's removable. You have a suction, let's see if I can get this so we can see it, a suction airflow release switch. So in this position it says plush carpet. In that position it says low carpet. So the low carpet, I would imagine, would be the highest power you have for airflow and suction, and then plush carpet is going to give you a little bit of pushability relief. And right here is where your airflow and suction relief would be. You would actually hear it. Okay, let's take a look at the hose. And this is fairly stretchable. It'll stretch farther than that. So that's probably about 6 feet. And the nice thing is I work on so many machines that are curb fines that, they're green, they're brown, they're black, whatever it is. When I stretch this out, it's nice and clear. So, and yep, smells like new plastic. So that's great. And let's take a look at the bin. All right. So we pop the top, and notice that it has a couple filters in here. I can pull all these out in one swipe here with this little tab. It has a blue sponge on this side. It's kind of like a black spongy type material that's more coarse on this side. And then this is more like a felt, like a dense felt. And notice it says, insert this filter first, insert other filter black side up. So that means that this little felt pad goes in the top, and the black side faces up. That means blue faces down. And we can put that in like this. Now, if you wanted to get to the intercyclonic assembly, you can't. So, I mean, there's no way to grab it from here. So I've got to open the bottom of the bin, and then I've got to twist this off. All right. So I was doing something with this earlier, making sure some stuff worked. Pulled up one hair. And this doesn't come any further apart. It doesn't really need to. If you need to get this further apart, then literally you could go and just unscrew these. And then, this will separate. But it's not really necessary because, yeah, you can just wash this. And I just don't see a need to really take this apart unless it really gets gummed up. But you're going to treat this machine nice, right? So I know I certainly am. So let's see. Let's put this back in here. This is push and twist. There we go. And then this gets put back onto the base. That clicks in. All right, that's wonderful. So how about we put the base onto the nozzle. I want to make sure I don't hit my lights. Clicks right in. Oh, and by the way, to go and actually remove all these pieces and put all this stuff together doesn't require any tools. So I didn't even need scissors. I just needed something that I could open the box with. So let's see, I'll put this in. This just clicks in right to the top. So let me tilt this over so you can see a little more in frame. So further down, there we go. And you see it's got a handle release, might be a little bit out of frame here. You push, and then you can release the handle easily. Push that back in. Now to go and put the hose on, there, this piece right here just twists in. It's pretty simple. Okay, push it, there we go, and I twisted it I twisted it clockwise as you see it, no big deal. Now for this piece, let me tilt this over. For this piece right here, it's got an orientation. It has kind of a wide pip right here and a small little tiny plastic piece right here that's going to mate right in here. And once you do that, it goes in, and then you're going to have to twist it. There, and you're set. Of course, you want to go ahead and have a little strain relief for your hose, and that's it. All right, so now, how about we do just a couple of entry-level tests? I want to go and find out how much this weighs. So let's weigh it. Have my little luggage scale right here. So is it going to be a heavyweight, a medium weight, or a lightweight? Well, you know it's not going to be a lightweight, right? Okay, we're on. Here we go. And I'm at 15.1 pounds. So it's a medium weight. You'd kind of expect that. I consider something that's like, say, 18 pounds or higher to be heavy, and something to be like 12 pounds and lower to be light. That's great. So it's a medium weight. How about we listen to it and do a quickie suction test? All right. Is it going to be a loud screamer? Is it going to be super quiet? Somewhere in the middle. See, we got some LEDs here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 LEDs. And I can say that it's just medium loud. Some people might even consider it to be a little on the quiet side, but it's not loud and it doesn't scream. It's got a great wind up and wind down. That's great. It doesn't sound like crunchy or squeaky or squealy like some other bagless vacuums I've tested in the past. Well, you know what? Even though I don't really want to vacuum up anything just yet, how about we turn on the brush roll? So there's that. Wow, that is a quiet brush roll. And I'm just guessing, because I've measured so many brush roll RPMs, that it's probably in the 2,000 to 3,000 RPM range. It's not a screamer at like, say, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 RPM. Okay, that's wonderful. Let's check suction. We'll do suction at the hose. Like I mentioned before, stay tuned for a lot more videos featuring this. So I get a machine like this over time, over the next few weeks, you will see a lot of videos with this machine, but I don't want to cram them all together. So Mrs. Vac Lab needs to try this. I have my house set up for a whole house carpet cleaning with weighed results. That's actually going to happen today. And then you'll see the video, shortly after this one. And then there'll be others. Maybe I'll even, if there's enough interest, maybe I'll take this to the church, because this machine's pretty flexible. All right, from the hose. So you hear the valve in there go, but I'm guessing it hits about maybe 65 inches or something. I know if I were to seal that valve, it has a lot more suction than that. But again, that's at the hose end, literally this hose end. That's not going to translate down here to the power nozzle end. When I do the airflow and suction box test, you'll actually see that in more detail. All right, so thanks once again to Joel for sending me this particular machine, and stay tuned for the whole house carpet cleaning next and a whole bunch of other tests later on. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy vacuuming.